Chase them do that. Dude, the thing is not so straight.
Welcome to the Bass Plugs. Hey guys, today we're going to be going to Table Rock Lake in Missouri to do some early fall time bass fishing.
Today we're going to be throwing an assortment of baits, the first one being a jig, the second one probably going to be either a shaky head, or the third one being a jerkbait, and then the fourth one being a spinner bait, and possibly some more shad type baits since it's, you know, beginning of fall, so that's what we plan on throwing.
Hope you guys enjoy this video. We're going to have some fish catches come in first and then back that up with another segment of us talking more in depth about what we're doing and how we're doing it. But thank you for watching.
And we'll see you later.
The thing is fat. He is chunky.
You guys saw us throwing four main baits. Our four favorite baits during the early fall time is jigs, jerk baits, shaky heads, and swim baits as well. So talk about your first bait.
My first bait is a jig, and that's one of our bread and butter baits that we've always thrown, something we always will throw and we'll always catch fish on year round. Doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be early fall to throw a jig, but it works very well then. We were throwing, I'm trying to think, the color you were throwing primarily was a brown and orange. Brown and orange, and I was throwing a brown and purple to switch it up a little bit, and those were our primary fish catching bait, was a jig, but we also did catch fish on the other three baits that we mentioned so far, but we were throwing them a little, you know, methodically working them back, not necessarily, you know, super fast, super slow, just right in between, about a perfect speed, making sure we're keeping, you know, maintaining contact with the bottom and making sure that everything looks good, and, you know, for the fish, of course. And that's how we've thrown our jigs and worked our jigs in these videos, so let's hear about yours.
If you guys want to know more about the jig fishing, we also have a video before that we'll put the link in the description of.
Yes.
But a bait that I was using a lot of was a shaky head. And you can use any kind of worm or even craws on that, but today I was using the Magnum Finesse worm by Zoom. And I was throwing that on pea gravel and points, laydowns, and trees, pretty much anywhere I could get it. And I was working really slowly because the fish are starting to slow down. They're not quite as active as they were in the warmer times, but they are still hitting the shaky head. And your next bait?
The next bait I'll be talking about that I think we only caught a few fish on today when we went out, which was a jerkbait, and those were Megabass jerkbaits. The first color being threadfin shad, and the second color being elegy bone or elegy. There's also other elegy colors that they have in Megabass that are very good. But throwing the jerkbait primarily, since it's just starting to get cold and the water's really just starting to cool down, we're still working it a little bit quicker than if it was dead winter time. You know, instead of dead sticking it and letting it sit, we're still, you know, giving it 2 or 3 second pauses instead of 5 to 6 seconds, you know, and giving it a couple, just changing the pattern on the way back. But primarily throwing that around laid down trees, timber, anywhere we could find it in the water, you know, standing up timber, floating timber. We were even throwing it around rock, you know, points, and not as much bluffs, you know, but more of the shallow stuff, you know, 20 feet or less it seemed like. So let's hear about your last bait though.
I was also throwing a hard body swim bait, and I was throwing that around laydowns and working it kind of fast and then stopping it. to hopefully entice a bigger fish underneath the laydowns to come out and grab it. Didn't have a whole lot of luck with that. I did catch a couple, but I didn't really get the results I was hoping from it. Another good swim bait technique I use is a Kitech swim bait on a swim bait hook or a jig head hook. And I like throwing that around softwood trees, like cedar trees and those kind of things, because the fish will hide up into the branches and they'll really pull them out of there. Well, we're going to have a couple more release videos for you here, and thank you for watching.
Hope you have a nice day, and hope you all enjoyed our video. Thank you.
Yeah, some. I got one on right now. There's one. You beat me. Ranger, you won. Oh my gosh. There's no way I just caught that. There is no way. It's straight through his head, bro. I just killed this fish. No brain. Nothing left. Look at this. Nothing left.